Hello everyone, my name is Anmol Kakkar. I'm from Rajpura. I secured rank 17 in Haryana Civil Services Judiciary. I completed my schooling from Rajpura itself. I did my BCom LLB from University Institute of Legal Studies, Punjab University, and I completed it in the year 2021. Thereafter, I started pursuing LLM from Department of Laws, Punjab University. Meanwhile, I had the opportunity to face this examination. So, through this video, I would like to share my strategy as to how I prepared for this judicial examination. So, my entire video would be in three parts, that is, preliminary examination, mains examination, and the interview stage. Starting from the preliminary examination, it is firstly, I would like to state that before appearing or before deciding that we want to appear in any particular state, it is very important that we have command over the syllabus. So it is that the thing should be done at first. Then next thing what a person should see is that which state a person wants to appear, because their Haryana, Delhi, and Punjab have similar set of pattern, whereas Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan have distinct set of pattern. So it is important that we target our preparation according to the state which we want to appear. Thirdly, I would like to state what are my sources for preliminary examination. So my sources for preliminary examination, there were three books that I referred. One was A.K. Jain, second was Universal, and third was Singhal. In Singhal's book, we have previous year question papers of all these states. In A.K. Jain, we have topic-wise MCQs, and in Universal, we have theoretical area as well, plus we have MCQs as well. So how I used to prepare for my preliminary examination was my teacher, that is Anil sir. He taught me that we need not prepare for preliminary examination. It is we have to prepare for interview. Mains and preliminary examination are covered in itself. So what I used to do was I used to prepare a topic in depth. For example, I am studying FIR topic, so I used to prepare that topic in depth for the purposes of mains. After preparing that topic for the purposes of mains, I used to solve all possible questions of in that particular topic from the books that I mentioned before, that is AK Jain, Universal, and Singles. So this is something which was helpful. And what I used to do was, if while solving the MCQs, I used to feel that I am making mistakes in specific areas. So I used to make a separate set of copy and I used to list all those set of questions, because before 2 days or 3 days before the preliminary examination, it is very important that we know what to revise and what not to. So my target before the preliminary examination was to revise index and to revise my notes. So coming upon to the next thing, that is mains examination, which is very crucial, because preliminary examination is a qualifying stage, but mains examination and interview marks, they decide our fate, I would say. So how to prepare for mains examination? So firstly, my strategy was that I have to figure out my resources. So my resources were, firstly, I I purchased a book of singles, which was previous year book, in which all the states questions were listed. So from that book, specifically Haryana, I took out all the questions that are repeatedly asked, and based on that, I made a strategy that what are very important questions, what are less important questions. So before appearing in the mains examination, I used to make it a point that all my important questions are being solved. So this would be very helpful. Third, I would like to list my resources that I used to refer class notes thoroughly. So class notes, they are very helpful. Plus, if I used to feel that somewhere my class notes, some content is missing, there I used to refer my books. Also, meanwhile, I used to refer live law. You can refer live law during your preparation. You can do it weekly basis also, or you can refer alternatively or daily. That is as per your convenience. But it is very important that you keep your notes updated as per live law, because that is what you have to reflect in your answers, that you're ready with the current case laws as well, apart from the landmark case laws. So before appearing in the mains examination, I used to make it a point that I have attempted all very important questions, so that 2 or 3 days before the examination, I don't have to pick up my books. I have my synopsis in hand. Secondly, I have my class notes in hand. Thirdly, I have my test which I have done or which I have got it analyzed from my sir, that I have in hand. This resources, they are very helpful for appearing before the mains examination. So when we attempt mains examination, now how to attempt, that I would like to share some. Firstly, we have to see how much mark number question it is there. It is 10 marker, it is 15 marker, or it is 5 marker. Based on that, we have to decide the length of the question. So in 10 marker question, I filled 2 sheets, and in 15 marker question, I used to fill 3 or 3.5 sheets, and in 5 marker question, I filled half or one leaf. That would depend upon the time that I have left in my examination. So I would like to also add at a point that Punjab and Haryana and Delhi, these three states, they have a very lengthy mains question paper. So it is very important that we solve the entire 3 hour paper before we appear in the mains examination. That is how you can try that you do not leave your paper and you complete your paper completely. So next thing I would like to state is that how to cover languages. Now in Haryana, we had two languages, that is English and Hindi. So in English and Hindi, I made it a point that I'll study both these subjects alternatively. In English, I had a standard book for the purposes of grammar, and essay I used to prepare from editorials. Also, I used to refer various current affairs, and that are available on UPSC websites as well. Plus you can read newspaper for that purposes also. So after collecting all the material, I used to make it a point that I write an essay and get it checked from my mentor. It is very important that you get your essay analyzed and not to appear straight away in the examination and write an essay for the first time over there. So this is how I used to practice my English essays. For Hindi, I used to follow Arihant book for the purposes of grammar, and for the purposes of essay writing, I used to again follow the editorials in the newspaper. Plus I also took help from the Arihant book, essay book, that was available in the market, so you can buy that as well. So lastly, coming upon to the last stage, that is the interview stage. Interview stage is a very important stage, and it is told to us that it is a personality test, not the test of law. So we have to prepare accordingly. So for the interview stage, I was very confused as to how to go ahead, because it was my first attempt. So what I decided was I'll attend 3 to 4 mocks. That will help me and will boost up my confidence. And it actually helped me. Second, I used to make it a point that I'll revise my laws thoroughly. Thirdly, I used to do in that phase was I used to follow live law very thoroughly. Fourthly, I used to cover current affairs as well, because in interview they can ask you current affairs as well. Sharing my interview experience was quite well, and I was asked on completely, my interview was quite wholesome. I was asked from personal questions to, I was asked my 10th 12th class accountancy questions to 10th semester questions. Then I was asked on law as well, and constitution was also asked from me. So my interview was approximately of 10 to 12 minutes. Coming to the last thing is that while preparing in the preliminary mains or interview, I would like to say that three things are required, that is hard work, determination, and consistency. And I would believe that consistency is the key, because it is very important that we have to stay in touch with the laws. If we skip or we put up a gap of 1 to 2 days also, we'll feel that we have forgotten our laws. So it's better that we keep this consistency going on. And I would like to conclude by quoting Swami Vivekanand, that rise, awake, and do not stop until the goal is reached. Lastly, I would like to thank Delhi Knowledge Track for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.